Hey guys, what's up? The iPodKid here, and before I start this video, I want to give a quick shout out to WiiDG. His link is over to the right in the more info section. He has some application reviews that I haven't even covered yet, like Tap Tap Revenge 3, so make sure you go check him out. But to start off my review, I'm going to be reviewing one of the newly popular free applications from the App Store, and I'm sure most of you have already heard of, if not downloaded it, Eliminate Pro. And this is pretty revolutionary because it is one of the first online applications to allow you to play a shooter game against other people around the world. You do create a username, you do get stats and whatnot, and you unlock stuff, and it does have a first person, it feels sort of like Halo, I would say, and you do have a first person online multiplayer game for free. That's a great thing about it. Couple problems with it. Got some pretty shaky controls, so I'll just show you guys some gameplay. From the main menu you have options, gear up, where you can customize your loadout, and then also play. And then from play, you are able to play offline against some bots, which is pretty fun if you're not going to be in a online internet coverage zone. You can play against your friends, not French, and then you can also play in the world, which is going to be a full global match, so you can play anyone around the world. Let's go into that. Alright. Skip. Okay. Whoop, my bad. Okay, so it's loading a map. There's going to be, I believe, 6 different maps on this entire application. Definitely pretty nice. So what you do, on the left side, you have the full 360 directional pad, and then you drag your character, very similar to other first-person shooters on the iPhone, with the right side, and then by tapping, you'll shoot. It seems like it's pretty good controls, and it definitely is. I give it some pretty nice credit because it's not easy to make a shooter on such a small... God, I'm doing terrible. It's not easy to make a shooter on a touchscreen device, especially one this small, but they did a pretty nice job with it. I will give them credit for that, especially because, as you guys see, not too much frame rate happening here. You're having a pretty good, smooth running gameplay. Regardless, there's not much happening, and except for me dying. So, pretty good controls, I'd say. Fantastic graphics. There's so much happening on the screen. As you guys can see, you have some pretty fluid graphics here. I definitely give them some kudos to that, especially because it's free. That's one of the best features about it, obviously. It's free. You don't have to pay anything to get this application. And it's got really nice graphics. 6 different full-blown maps that you have some pretty nice controls and different weapons on each. Example, a Berserker Shield. I don't want to zoom in. Zoom out. Trying to turn. Oh boy, this guy's right here. Just waiting. So I got a kill. And then I died. Fantastic. Alrighty, so we'll do one more death just to show you guys. But as you guys see, really not a map in here. They didn't really construct this too well. It is nice. The controls are pretty fluid, but it does kind of force you to drag your finger all around the screen, which makes it to cover up most of the screen, so you can't even see what you're doing a lot of the time. That is definitely a huge flaw with the application, is that they did use a lot of the touchscreen, which can be thought of as a good pro, but taking up so much of the screen can kind of make it hard to actually see what you're doing or shooting at. So, I obviously suck at this game. Hopefully you won't. Make sure you go check it out. This is one of the top free applications right now. A first-person online shooter, Eliminate Pro. And my next app for you guys is going to be a sequel to one of my favorite applications. This one is called Snake Paris. The original one is going to be called Snake Galaxy. So, Snake Paris. And from here, it's very similar to the original if you've already seen that review or downloaded it. And what this will allow you to do is play on a new planet, which is going to be set in Paris. And it's an old game, Snake. I'm sure most of you have played Snake at one point in your life. It's a very, very basic game where you go around as a small snake, eat different molecules of food, and then gradually grow to become bigger to the point where you cannot touch your tail at all or you will die. So from this main menu, play, settings, help, buy Snake Galaxy if you didn't get it when it was free, and then buy Metro Paris, another add-on. So let's just go to play, and I will show you Paris. So, play. And what you do here, no accelerometer use, use the entire screen to control where your snake's going to go in a full 360 directional way. So I can just drag, and there's my snake. And it's pretty easy at first. There is no time limit. If you've ever played Snake, you don't have a time limit. All you need to do is go around and collect the different food particles. And here's my first food particle, right in the middle of this, which will disappear. As you guys see right there, you can see through that when you go under it. Definitely a nice feature, because usually you don't see that in applications. And I'm going to point out now, some of the best graphics I've ever seen, and I got this when it was free, and I already died, what the hell. Some of the best graphics I've ever seen in an application. Watch this is even pretty cool. Showing your high score, regardless, mine was awful. So there you go, you can enter in your name if you want to. It's going to force me to. I'm FRW in this one. Trying to get back in. There we go. There's my original high score. But anyway, we'll try one more time and I'll try and show you a little bit more of the game. So, like I was saying, fantastic graphics. It does have some pretty nice 3D effects to it. Definitely give them some big credit on that one. They did a really nice job with giving it a full 3D design look and feel to it. Especially because I got this when it was free, so I'm not sure if it's going to be free for any time soon. Because I know right now I believe it's paid. Don't always hold me on that. Check the prices and the more annotations up here. But anyway, as you see these little boxes that I'm going around to pick up, these are food particles, and as you can tell, my snake is gradually getting bigger. That's what she said. And I cannot touch my tail, because if I do touch my tail, I will end up eating myself and die. Let's try and do that, and I'll show you guys right here. So there we go, game over. That's all I'm going to show you guys for this review. This is going to be Snake Paris. I got it when it was free. Check up here in the more annotations I'll have if it's paid or not. But anyway, hopefully you enjoyed that one. That is Snake Paris, the sequel to one of my favorite applications, Snake Galaxy. And my final app for you guys in this review was, by huge popular demand, the #1 paid application right now, 99 cents, Jelly Car 2, the sequel to one of the hit iPhone original applications. And this is picked up by Disney Interactive Studios. Pretty cool that a big name like Disney was going to get on top of this application. It is 99 cents, so they're going to have to pay for it, but not too much. And it is a really fun, just pretty much soothing, chill kind of application. Nothing too hard here. It is a definite pick up and play anytime application, and it's got a really small learning curve, so anyone can really play this. But from this main menu, you have a few different options. Leaderboards, mail from friends and whatnot. And here's the 4 different game modes. You have Classic Game Mode, which is going to be the different plots that you can play through. Factory Mode, which I will show you in a second. Long Jump Mode, I'll also show you that. And then Custom Mode. Custom mode, you have 2 different options. You can customize the car that you're going to be playing with from color and wheel color, and then also the level editor. So you'll have a full array of tools to be able to actually completely create your own level, which is definitely a pretty cool feature about this application. I definitely like that because it is pretty nice to have complete control over creating your own inventions and levels. So if I can figure out how to get back, there we go. Yes, quit the editor, go back, quit. Main. Alright, let's show you long jump mode. I love long jump. There's 3 different maps you can use for long jump. We'll just do the first one. This is one of my favorites. It has a wheel that you're going to have to jump under. But anyway, to control your car, tap on the right side of the screen, stop, back. And then anyway, you tap on your car to make it bigger and inflate. And then that's pretty much Jelly Car. That's it. And it's got some pretty fun, what's that called? Physics engine to actually control your car throughout the air and through all the different obstacles. That's my new best record. Cool. Anyway, so that's one of the long jump levels you can actually play through. Go back, show you factory mode. This one's pretty cool too. I'll definitely give them credit for adding in these small little mini games in here. So I need to get the puzzle pieces from the top to go into their select boxes down at the bottom. Or the right ports, but you do that by tapping on these little colored arrows, and that will direct the pieces into the correct port. Definitely a cool feature. They did just add this into the game, and it definitely doesn't feel like too big of an add-on. Regardless, it's not part of the main story mode. It's definitely a pretty fun and addicting mode in Jelly Car. I recommend to play this, definitely. If you're going to get it for just the story mode, the classic mode, definitely do that because it is very true to the original Jelly Car, but this is a fun little added-on bonus in here, and it does get a little more difficult once you go on throughout the application. So we'll pause, exit, and we will show you the classic mode, which is what you're all looking for. Easy, normal, and hard difficulty, and then here's all the different puzzles you can play through. Quite a few of them, and I'm going to tell you now, Jelly Car 2 is much more difficult than Jelly Car 1. This is a random one that I haven't played yet. This game is much more difficult. I've had a lot of problems trying to actually beat this application, or any maps on it therefore. So right now I'm trying to beat this yellow thing. I need to tap on the right side of the screen to get my car through. There we go. And then I'm just flying onto randomness, it seems. I have no clue where I'm going right now, to be honest with you guys. There's a balloon. I don't know how to get to that. Ah, crap. I want to get this balloon. Now I can float. That's a new added-on feature of Jelly Car. I don't know where I'm going right now. I haven't played this map yet, but it is pretty cool. I got a balloon, and it looks like it's about to run out. But still, this can let me float, and this is how I think I'm going to get out of here. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm off the screen. Alrighty, well I'm doing terrible, I think. I don't even know if I'm doing terrible. What the heck's happening right now? Alrighty, that's Jelly Car 2, guys. That's all I'm really going to show you. I was never a huge fan of Jelly Car 1, to be honest with you. I took it off my iPod, but I know a ton of people love Jelly Car, and Jelly Car 2 is now the #1 paid application in the App Store right now. Definitely wanted to try and check it out for you guys. I don't recommend it. I've never found Jelly Car to be that addicting, but I know a lot of people do, so if you are one of those people, then make sure you go check it out because it does seem to be very true to the original, and it also adds on quite a few new features and game modes to it. So hopefully you enjoyed this review. I'll talk to you guys later. Have a fantastic day. Last application, sorry I didn't cover that. Last app that I reviewed for you, Jelly Car 2. So hopefully you enjoyed this. Talk to you guys later. Peace.